What are the positive impacts of the COVID-19 crisis? COVID-19 is a nasty evil thing, and I really hope we get rid of it soon, but despite all the suffering, this lowered pollution part is good. I'm currently living in Beijing, China. The global situation is worrying. The spread of the virus has caused so much pain. When seeing this question about positive impacts of the COVID-19, the first thing that came to my mind is that the pandemic may make more people aware of the importance of nature and that we should protect other animals. So the first positive impact is China has issued a ban on all wildlife trade and consumption. The wildlife farming industry in China is valued at $74 billion, now it's all shut down. Although there are still a lot of the unclear points about the ban and how it's going to be applied nationwide, at least this is a good sign. Countless people have expressed the support of the ban in Chinese social media. So, this is a good news for the animals. On TV here, I have seen many ads that promote wildlife protection recently, such as the one below. Jay Cho asks not to eat pangolins. The second positive impact is Shenzhen, a big city in South China, proposes to ban dog and cat meat. Consumption of dog and cat meat is most common in China's Guangdong and Guangxi provinces, and parts of northeast China. Shenzhen's officials say the ban is to meet the consensus of all human civilization. This is a really good news for many people who love animals, including me. If the law is approved, Shenzhen is going to be the first city in China to ban eating of dogs and cats, and it can set an example for other cities in China. The third one is it could change the dining habits of many Chinese. Because of the virus, many restaurants in China offer extra chopsticks and spoons to customers, so people can eat individually. Besides the dining habit, more people are aware of manners, like sneezing into the elbows. One of my colleagues used to cough a lot, and she never covered her mouth. But after the outbreak, she finally realized the importance to cover the mouth while coughing. So people do learn something from the outbreak. So maybe after the pandemic, there are more people with manners. Another positive impact I noticed is that more people show respect to medical workers. They are considered heroes. Before the outbreak, the news about illegal acts targeting medical staff and institutions in China are not rare. I've mentioned one in my Quora Space Morning. Panda. But now the outbreak makes more people appreciate the hard work and stress the medical staff have. Now medical workers can visit many places for free. And many local hotels offer discount for doctors and their family. The world has woken up to the structural fragility of oil and gas as an underpinning of the economy. The oil and gas sector is responsible for an enormous portion of the Dow Jones loss, much more so than other sectors. Further, it's a vector for disease, not a vector for isolation. Americans are starting to accept that collective action and sacrifice are necessary to solve global problems again. The role of government in dealing with pandemics and other global issues is coming into stark relief as the federal government does poorly at the job, leading to the USA being the leading country in global COVID-19 cases. This bodes well for addressing climate change with governmental action when the pandemic is dealt with, and as 69% of Americans already wanted governmental action on the human causes of climate change, that's a clear next target for governmental focus. Communication around climate change adaptation in communities that include managed retreat have found that leaning into collective wartime sacrifices for the greater good, and linking that to making sacrifices for the greater good related to climate change works. With the example of COVID-19 responses in hand, communities will be better able to work through the thickets and make the right choices sooner. In North America, wearing a medical face mask was considered a sign of illness, while in Asia it's considered a sign of health and care for others. That's considered part of the reason why Japan has had such a low incidence of COVID-19 despite highly dense cities with many Chinese visitors. That's changing in North America, with more people wearing face masks on the streets with each passing day. This will have positive outcomes in the coming months of the pandemic and in the next pandemics.